It's the third day. We said that already. Good morning to you. How are you doing? We seem to be having a little bit of a hard start. I guess it's problematic of Mondays. Well, as happened last month, we're going to have that theme for you. Yes, indeed. Here it is. We can't start without it.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Right, so I'm awake. The people in the back are now awake. You're awake. We're ready to go. Yes, indeed. It's a very special Monday. In fact, we've not had a Monday like this for a long time, Barbados. I mean, a long time. I know you've been waiting. You've been wondering. You've had the questions. But it's all going to be revealed right here this morning to you. Guess who's back? Let's say good morning to Cassandra.
Thanks, Colin.
Do you remember anything here? Does
Yes.
any of this look familiar
Yes,
to you?
it's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, because it has. When did you go on vacation? Like February?
No, it wasn't that long.
Oh.
It wasn't that long, but it's good to know that I was missed.
Yes, you were.
Good to be back.
People asking me, they thought I did something. I was like, what did you do to Cassandra?
No,
Like,
why would you be responsible?
I have no idea. Tell them. I'm
Come
I'm
on.
a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Look at that
Most
halo.
days. Good to be back, though. Yes, I'm sure if anybody knows, you know, we've all been on vacation at some point or the other. So for most people, it seems like the other person's gone for a really long time, and for that person, it
You were
seems
going
like
for a long time. Stop trying to change. You were going for a long time,
Okay,
Cassandra. It's not
okay.
just me.
Okay.
Wasn't she going for a long time? Everybody knows.
See,
that.
they didn't say anything.
not?
I didn't hear a thing. But I'm grateful for the rest, you know. Good to be back, though. Early morning, I'm getting used to this all over again. But, you know, it's one of those, Colin mentioned, it's one of those Mondays, you know, stuff is going on out there. They're good guys, too. And after the weekend, sometimes the weekends are still very hard-working weekends for the guys here on the floor. Want to say a big thanks to Lisa and Doug and Jewel. At different points, they all worked around with the schedule here for us on Morning Barbados. And of course, I also want to say it's, you know, yes, it's Monday, and usually Mondays are hard, but it's a bittersweet Monday for us here at the CBC, having lost another member of our CBC family. So we acknowledge the passing of Pastor Victor Leach. He was a big part of our engineering department here at the CBC, host of Time to Sing. Married a number of CBC staffers and family members, Colin, so he will definitely be missed. Really, really a good soul.
That's probably why the VCs didn't roll just now. You know, they're probably
they
kind of
realize that
missing
something is the balance is off a bit. You know,
Like you said, sad day for CBC, but you know he would probably want us to rejoice, though, being a man of God himself. He's
That was-
probably thinking, you know, it's going to a better,
better
place. As I said a lot of times, and sometimes people may not understand, and they say it, some people don't appreciate it, but being a man of God, like I said, he would probably want you to be thinking about along those lines.
You have a different kind of strength when your faith is strong. And we also want to remember his wife, Jackie, at this time, and their entire family. This is the part of life that nobody ever gets used to, but we take the opportunity to remember, and I'm sure you will see some of those memories shared right here on CBC TV8.
Well, here's something I hope you remember how to do. Top line.
Yes.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a little bit of news bits that you read.
Okay. Thanks, Colin. I see you haven't changed a bit either, but it's welcome. It's a Monday morning, and of course we are October 3rd. These are the stories we'll give you details to in our news at 7 o'clock. MP for St. Michael Southeast Hamilton Lashley has promised residents in the area that something will be done to address the situation of the Doris Dunner home. The facility, once designated for the elderly, is now in a state of disrepair and is a night shelter for over a dozen homeless people. Even though storm clouds have gathered over the economy at this time, these won't last forever, and brighter days are coming. This assertion from Chief Justice Marston Gibson, who's urging Barbadians not to surrender or give up in the face of the economic crisis that is affecting the island and the world by extension. A serious attempt appears to be in the offing by the Barbados Water Authority, to strengthen its top management. In this regard, it has taken out paid advertisements in the media inviting applications for several top posts. Of course, we'll give you the details to those stories and more in our news at 7 o'clock. Now we're telling you what's making headlines internationally as well as in our local newspapers.
And the debt crisis continues, buying time to prop up EU safety net. Europe's long debt crisis and the halting steps to resolve it can seem a bit like the agonies of Macbeth. And if you're a fan of Shakespeare, tomorrow creeps in this pretty pace from day to day. I wouldn't go on. The 17 countries of the Eurozone do not have that much time, of course. Some analysts think they have another 6 weeks until the next summit meeting of the Group of 20 leading economies in early November to convince investors that they have a plan to prevent a breakdown of the Eurozone and a run on the continent's banks. Some think they have longer. Who knows? Well, speaking about money matters, on the front page of the Nation newspaper, it says U.S. $65 million boost. Not for you, but for the stalled Four Seasons Hotel project. It seems set to get a new financial lease on life, and it is to come from the Inter-American Development Bank in Washington. So all those people who are invested in that in one way or the other, waking up to some good news this morning. On the back page, Lime $500,000 blow. Copper thieves have cost Lime $500,000, and the company's managing director, Alex McDonald, says every effort should be made to crack down on the perpetrators. Wow, $500,000 in copper. No wonder they're stealing this thing. It's worth quite a lot of money. Still hope for Canadian market on the Barbados Advocate, the front page. The Canadian market, after 5 years of sustained growth, has recorded a decline in 2011. However, there are indicators that suggest Barbados will be able to break even or close for the next season. Clearinghouse needed for credit unions. The head of the local credit union is in the belief that with the government's continued growth, the need for a bank owned and operated by the credit union is becoming even more necessary. And on the back page, revival of agriculture. The cries of local farmers have been heard and plans are well advanced for the resuscitation of the long-suspended tractor cultivation scheme, which will be coupled with a national mulch laying project. So people in agriculture, look out for that. Some good things happening. Those are some of the stories internationally and locally. Of course,
yes.
One of the big things regionally was that speech by Mr. Golding last night. Sort of an explanation as to why he's stepping down.
What did he say?
He said there were two things mainly. One was Dudas Coke and his involvement in it, mainly saying that it was because Coke was who he was, which of course is a no-brainer. You know, if he was helping me, people may not have been fussy about that. And also that he's getting up in age, and he thinks world leaders are relatively younger than he is, and that someone younger should step forward.
I'm sure they're more concerned about the former.
Yeah, like,
I'm sure.
We don't mind an old prime minister.
Age, I don't mind your age. Experience comes with age, but the other thing, that's a bit of a concern. Of course, there's also...
just before we get off of that, though,
go ahead.
He wasn't having a really good day yesterday, though. Because apparently he and some of his family went on a pleasure cruise to one of the islands off Jamaica. And when they were coming back, their boat stuck, run aground. Had to be rescued by the Coast Guard.
No, that is a rough kind of afternoon.
Rough seas.
Yes. Not a whole lot of pleasure there on that trip, but we'll talk some more as we go through the morning. As promised, we'll have our newscast for you at 7 o'clock. We want you to stay with us for that. Thank you for all your calls, queries. Good to be back with you. We are looking forward to taking you through this Monday morning. Hopefully it's not too hard for you. You know, the truth about it is, as long as you get up, you get started, something is going to happen. So get up, join us, stay with us, and get ready for all the glorious uncertainty that's wrapped up in today. We'll be right back with Morning Barbados.
Morning Barbados.